Hey guys, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys, so this is coming to me as a bit of a surprise, but I still wanted to talk about it because it has something to do with one of our favorite franchises. Well, apparently the Vanderpump Rules cameraman Michael Ansbach has been arrested for accessory to manslaughter following the deaths of model Christy Gillies and her friend. All right, so what does that mean and how long has this man been associated with Vanderpump Rules? Well, we have questions. We have questions and definitely all of the details. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Vanderpump Rules cameraman Michael Ansbach has been arrested in connection to the deaths of model Christy Gillies and her friend Hilda Marcela Cabrelas Arzola. Oh, this is already sad. And you guys know, I get super emotional when I talk about anything like this. On Wednesday, the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, confirmed that the 47-year-old who also worked on Dancing with the Stars, LA Inc., Shark Tank, and The Amazing Race had been taken into custody alongside Brant Osborne and David Pierce. According to the New York Post, David was charged with manslaughter and Michael and Brant received accessory to manslaughter charges after Christy and Hilda's bodies were dumped outside of separate hospitals in Los Angeles. It was said by LAPD, it is believed that both women were given drugs and overdosed. Based on the investigation, LAPD is concerned that there could be other victims in our community who have been drugged by one or more of these men. Wow. Now we're also hearing that actors Alexandra and David Moretti Jr. both claimed that Brant spoke to them in November about the way in which he had dumped the bodies of Christy and Hilda after partying with them in November. As Marietta explained, David allegedly told him, "I had the craziest weekend of my life. He told me how they partied, the two girls came back to their place and the girls had a bunch of drugs." Marietta also claimed that Osborne informed him that after returning home from the pandemic test, his roommate told him Christy was dead. He checked her pulse, freaked out, decided not to call 911, and they decided what to do with the body. What? This is what Marietta is telling New York Post. So wait a minute, hold on. You have this crazy wild night out with these girls. You do a shit ton of drugs, and then you take their lifeless bodies and you dump them outside of a hospital? Okay. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to call 911 and get in trouble. So they decided to drive and drop her body off at the Culver City Hospital. He was like, we dropped the first girl off. We came back to her place and then we checked the second girl's pulse and it was very faint. So they just decided after doing what they did with the first girl, they decided to do the same thing with the second girl. On November 13th, Christy was found dead outside of the Southern California hospital in Culver City. Meanwhile, Hilda was discovered unconscious at the Kaiser Permanente West Los Angeles hospital and died just over 2 weeks after her family took to her comatose body and took her off of life support. Oh my gosh. Christy's husband, Jan, said Brant and David were together when the bodies were dumped and added that the women had met both of these men at a party in East Los Angeles. He added that Michael was a friend of David's. We would like anyone with any more information about them to come forward to LAPD as soon as possible. Although there was heroin in Hilda's system, when her body was found, her family, as well as the family of Christy, has insistently said that they were drugged and assaulted. The case is expected to be brought to the Los Angeles District Attorney on Friday. This is an active, ongoing investigation. This is what they're telling us. Guys, this is mind-blowing. And now, mind you, this isn't the first scandal. This is a huge scandal, 10 times worse than what the first scandal was. But we've had scandals associated with the people working behind the scenes before when it comes to Vanderpump Rules. At one point, there was an editor who went on and shared that one of her favorite things to do is edit Sheena, who's one of the cast members, to look like a boy-crazy, man-hungry person. That's what she did for fun. She got off and excited on editing Sheena to look like this fool. And then when she did this, not only did she do that for a job, but then she came out on a podcast and explained that she loves editing Sheena to, look like a fool. This was absolutely absurd, ridiculous. And at the end of the day, even though Sheena and all of these other people sign up to be on reality TV, they do not need your help making them look like they're not painted in the best light. So for this editor, she lost her job. She obviously should have lost her job because you're playing with the way that someone is being perceived in the media. Now, is it extreme? Sure. But is it also extreme to go off and edit things to look a certain way to fit your narrative? Yes, 100%. However, that does not hold a candle to this. This situation is 10 times worse. These men are being accused of drugging these women, partying too hard, finding out that they're lifeless, having them in their apartment, and then taking their lifeless bodies and dropping them off like they're waste in front of hospitals. Does anybody else see what's wrong with this? All right, guys, go ahead and comment below. I need all of your unfiltered opinions on this. And of course, I'm going to bring this up tonight on Jason's channel for today's hot takes. But this is just a mind-blowing situation, and I wouldn't wish this on, I say this all the time, but I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. These women have families. There are people out there who I'm sure were concerned for them, wondering where they were. And it's true, like LAPD said, how many times has this happened in the past? Is this the first time? Is it the second? Is it the third? Have there been multiple offenses? We want to know. And guys, I want to know what your thoughts are on this. So go ahead, comment below. Don't forget that we are going live today at 12 p.m. Eastern on Jason's channel, Down with Jason, to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami, Season 4, Episodes 1 and 2, which hit Peacock this week. And of course, we'll be back tonight for today's hot takes. So I'll see you at 12. I'll see you at 6. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.